Got Audrey Spillman here in our studios this afternoon. You just released an EP on iTunes this summer.
I did.
Fade, and we featured The Ride on the Local Lightning Spotlight. When did you work on that project?
Actually, I worked on that this summer, and Nielsen Hubbard produced it. Brandon Bell engineered it, and we actually recorded it at a really great engineer's house called Gary. His name is Gary Pachoza, and it actually used to be owned by Alison Krauss. So he turned one part of his house into a studio, and a lot of great people have recorded there, like Allison and Dolly, and so such a great environment. So we recorded during the summer, and Nielsen produced it. We had mostly a lot of the people that played on Matthew Perriman Jones's record, because Nielsen produced Matthew's record. That's how I kind of got connected with Nielsen. So it took us about a couple weeks to put everything down, and it turned out great. Nielsen did a great job with it, and everybody did a great job with it. So I was happy.
This is a great time to live in if you're wanting to make an album with some friends.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you can pretty much do an album in your basement or your bedroom. So I just got GarageBand because I just got a new Mac, and I'm just like loving it. I mean, I've just recorded so much stuff, and it's just like a playground for a songwriter, for an artist. So definitely a different age in music right now. Very exciting.
I had Matthew Perriman Jones on the show, and he brought Nielsen Hubbard with him.
Yeah.
And I also saw he made a cameo in a video you made.
Yes, he did. I should explain that. I thought he was going to be so mad at me that I put that on there, but he was laughing about it. But he was, he was having a good time. We were at Next Big Nashville at the basement, and we're all hanging out, and we're just talking. And I don't even know how he and I started talking about it, but, he's a good friend of mine, so we kind of just are always just ourselves around each other. And he started singing some song from, like, I don't even know what's that old thing they used to play like in kindergarten. It was like the conjunction junction, what's your function?
Oh yeah,
that thing. Yeah, he started singing that, and I was like, where did that come from? Hold on, let me get my camera. And I recorded it and put it on there, and so it's on my MySpace page at this end of this video that I made, because I'm all about making videos and stuff and putting that on MySpace for fans and people to see. So anyway, he wasn't mad at me. I think he liked it.
Well, it's fun chatting with you. I want to hear some more songs. I know we're planning on doing a couple here. What else do you want to do?
This is called Tomorrow.
Got Audrey Spillman live on Lightning 100.
I guess you won. There's nowhere to run. I loaded my gun with nothing but a love song that I'll never sing to you. Take that back. I'm colored in black, and I've run off the track. I'm headed into darkness, but what would you know about that? What did I ever do to you? And what did I ever put you through? And why can't I see that for you to come back to me? I have to come back to you. And now you're gone. The dust rises the dawn. but I'll carry on into tomorrow and try not to look back.
Lightning 100, Audrey Spillman live in our studios with Sam Brooker on guitar there. It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Is it is that available?
Yes, that one is available on iTunes, as well as 4 others. So definitely go and check that out. It's actually interesting about that song. Patrick Lockridge wrote that, and he plays keys for me. And he told me he was taking a class at Vanderbilt, and he was taking a songwriting class, and he had to turn in a song in like 10 minutes. And he went to Blair and like sat down at the piano and wrote that song in 10 minutes. And it like blows my mind when I think about that. I'm like, what? So I love doing that song. I love the words to it. So
I've heard that some of the best songs write themselves.
It is true. It really is true. Like there are few and far between times whenever I do songs like in increments. It's usually when I wake up and I like have this idea and I just get my guitar and I just write it out. I mean, it just writes itself out, you know. And that's usually one of the best things about writing is it really has nothing to do about you. It's just you're just kind of like a vessel that it just kind of goes through. So
you mentioned that first song you wrote with Trent Dabbs.
Yes, Trent.
Have you written a lot with other people or?
Yeah, Trent and I actually wrote a song that's on the EP called "Comfort You," which I really love a lot and have had good response with. Yeah, I write a lot with Matthew, who I love writing with, and of course Sam Brooker. And but mostly I write a lot by myself. I kind of am getting more into the co-writing thing. I think it's just because I'm so used to writing by myself. I taught myself how to play guitar from songwriting. But I definitely have a connection with like somebody like Trent or like Matthew, who are just somebody that I feel really, really comfortable with. And that's just what it comes down to. It's like dating somebody for the first time, you know. If there's no chemistry or no connection, you can't expect anything to come of it. So I feel lucky in that respect to find a couple people to connect with.
Kind of comes back to the Nashville music community right now, and the songwriters kind of all helping themselves and writing songs together. Have you considered or have you written songs for other people?
I have definitely considered it, and I've had people ask me about that. I think I try not to get into this mindset where I'm thinking, oh, I need to write this about this person or about this thing, because I think when you do that, you start to edit yourself. And when you start to edit yourself, you kind of take away from the whole creative process because it kind of builds up these walls. So I try to just do my thing, and if somebody came along and they liked a song that I wrote and they wanted to cut it, I would be more than happy if I wasn't already doing it, of course. No, I just love writing, so I mean that's definitely something I would be open to. But I try not to think too much about trying to write for a certain person or a certain thing or a certain topic.